you.
Hey everybody, here again, another one. Here, check out the 5 levels of villains. So, I don't know, you got your bank robbers, but then you have quite literally Satan's greatest soldiers. So let's see what the heck happens in this.
Here are the 5 levels of villains, starting with level 1,
Alright, talk
the
to me.
mech villains. These villains are evil
thought you
in
said
the
meth. I was
least
like, what?
interesting way possible.
I
Like
did
Sid
too.
from Toy Story, whose entire
Okay, he's not a
Honestly,
villain.
yeah, like growing up, it's just realizing this dude really was just having fun. And granted, it's like, it's one of those there were no signs situations. But looking at it retrospectively, a kid blowing things up in their backyard is not the most craziest thing to ever exist. Like freaking people be putting their stuff through shredders and all this other type of stuff for views. Like if this came out like in the mid 2010s, he would definitely be recording all of his experiments, honestly.
thing is explosives.
And also he didn't know either. If he knew, he would have never done
Look,
this.
if your favorite
It's
hobby
kind
is
of on
blowing
y'all for
things
not
up for
saying
fun, then
anything.
you don't need a villain arc, you just need
Like,
a
if your life's on
responsible
the line,
adult around.
and you don't say
Sid
nothing,
isn't
that's your fault.
menacing, he's simply unsupervised, and his toys
Yes,
are the
that
ones
too.
paying the price
Let's be
for
for
it.
real.
I mean, it's one thing to play rough, but another to completely mutilate your toys.
definitely a
but
fatherless
for
child,
all
let's talk
his
about it.
tough kid act, he scares pretty easily.
I mean, you would too if you found out, bruh, Chucky was not that much further before this movie happened. He probably assumed the worst when he saw this happen. When did Chucky happen? Chucky's dang near gotta be like a freaking like 80s movie. Hold on, Chucky. Yeah, this was like Chucky was like dang near like a few years before this probably happened. There's if any toy came to life in front of you, you're running for the hills. If not Chucky, definitely Annabelle. Let's talk about it. You're gonna run for your life. And I don't even know how old Sid was. He has to have been like 10
If
or
that's
12 or
all
something.
the villainy you had in you, you're too fragile to be anything more than a level 1 villain. While Sid may have been accidentally evil, Chick Hicks chooses to be the bad guy in Cars.
He's just a
even if he's not very good at it. Chick Hicks is what you get when
just a
insecurity
Disney
learns how to
bully,
drive.
honestly.
He's insanely jealous of Lightning McQueen, and throughout the film, he does whatever it takes to win. So when things don't go his way,
Including
he isn't
attempted
afraid to get his
murder.
wheels dirty.
Get through that,
Then that
McQueen.
makes him a villain.
Huge crash behind the leader.
And it's like level 1 villains all share the same brain cell, because Chick Hicks isn't the only one who gets a little crazy on the racetrack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, when this man caused a road rage over a snail, have you seen Turbo?
Yeah.
He was willing to kill everyone on that track to make sure the snail didn't cross that finish line. That's actually insane. He was willing to sacrifice every grown man's life there because of a fast snail. That thing's lifespan, I don't even know a snail's lifespan, but nah. You can't let him have this one thing. You have God knows how much money and God knows how many rewards. And then you almost attempt murder. That don't correlate. You about to say something?
It was just the movie was so funny.
We were gonna watch it one day. It's on my list.
point, level 1 villainy is basically running on sheer audacity. But while Chick Hicks had at least some level of competence, Captain Smek from Home has absolute.
He was just
Okay.
incompetent.
No. He stole the babies of the enemy and was like, they hate us.
Again,
for a
he
reason.
didn't know that. He didn't know that though. He was, like I said, he's just incredibly incompetent. That's just it.
None.
Look at these
I will
delicious
admit, he was
fruits.
also just a very abusive person.
How this little slime ball became the leader of the Boobs is beyond me. Smek
they're all
wants power
stupid.
and validation so badly, but the moment
Or at the
anything
very
feels
least
dangerous,
autistic.
he turns into a professional escape artist.
Sorry, it is my duty to run away from.
Bro, this man was hitting people with that stick like a freaking pimp hand the entire movie. Like he calls it a shushing stick just because he uses it to beat people with.
Is this your game? Huh?
This
the
alone
edit.
should have caused an uprising among the boobs, but somehow it didn't. Maybe that's because anytime Smek
Well,
felt
they even
even
recognize it as
remotely
abuse.
threatened by his people, he whipped out his ultimate weapon. Thankfully, in the end, he gets replaced by a more
It's just
capable
it's
move,
it's
and
his
his
version of the
reaction
chomp
is
move,
exactly
honestly.
what you would expect from a level 1 villain.
Ow! I saw who did that! I hold grudges, you know!
Ultimately, level 1s are defined by weak motives and even weaker execution. On the other
Fair.
hand, level 2 villains, aka the Mess, have stronger motives and resources, but their execution is like a presentation prepared 5 minutes before class. Case in
Syndrome?
point, that's Prince Charming pretending to be Shrek. Even
Yeah, I can agree with this.
a tree stump could
I was gonna
act
try
better
and say
than
something,
him.
but I
The
can't.
guy's
This
got the
is-
literal fairy godmother on his side, yet he still
Yeah.
fails to secure Fiona in Shrek 2. And when Shrek the Third hands him the chance to avenge his mother, he decides to turn villainy into karaoke night.
Did he not, honey lamb? I will slice this thing up like a ham!
It's this level of incompetence that makes him a level 2 villain, which Evelyn Dever from Incredibles 2 can relate to.
Our sweet
Okay,
parents
yeah.
were fools to put their lives in anybody else's hands. Superheroes
I will admit though, rewatching the movie, I mean, I haven't rewatched in a while, but like from what I remember, I do kind of agree with the fact that the dad should have just hid in the basement. Like even if the superheroes were like around
Out
for him to
there.
call, they
They're
not
still
neither of
ways
them were
away.
neither of them are speedsters either. Like if you're gonna have a phone call to a superhero on like speed dial, it has to be a speedster. Either that or someone that can fly on the equivalent speed of a speedster. Like you called them the moment they broke into the house. At that point, they're gonna hear you call them. The dad really was just stupid in that one moment. I'm not gonna
keep
lie.
us weak.
She actually has a strong motive, because society's dependence on heroes is dangerous. Evelyn even has the tech and the wealth to reach her goals. What she lacks is brains, though, because her execution is terrible. In a world where
Yeah.
superheroes are already illegal, she helps her brother make them legal just to prove that they should be illegal again. Like, huh? She could have just
That's so
sabotaged
much
her
like
brother's plans to make them legal again from the inside instead. Evelyn, therefore, overcomplicated things for no real reason. And she's
Yeah.
not the only level 2 villain who's done that.
I figured after we'd married,
I haven't
I'd have
seen
to stage a
Frozen in
little
so
accident
long. I
for
can't
Elsa.
remember this dude's entire plan.
No,
At one point in Frozen, Prince Hans already has the perfect setup. Anna loves him, Elsa is in isolation, and the kingdom wants someone who can lead them. But instead of letting the situation resolve itself, Hans has
Don't you
to
have
play
your
the
own kingdom,
hero
though?
for some reason. And that leads
Or
him to
something
saving
equivalent to
Elsa
it?
not just once,
I'm gonna assume he was a prince before
Queen
this
Elsa!
happened.
Don't be the monster they fear you are!
but twice. If Hans wants the throne, he should have
No.
just let the guard fire that crossbow. But again, he just had to play the heroic savior who had no choice. And since there were little to no signs of him being a plot twist villain throughout the movie, his reveal feels unsatisfactory.
you won't get away with this.
Oh.
Fair.
I
It
already
did kind of come
have.
out of nowhere.
No, you haven't, you idiot! Both sisters are still alive, and you revealed yourself way too soon! Oh, they dropped the
Yeah, and let's be honest. If you killed her, her sister would come get it back in blood. Let's be so freaking for real. That her sister ran into the forest and caused an entire snowstorm for dang near weeks on end. You don't think she can easily boom you if she wanted to? Let's talk about it.
ball on you
Pretty sure
so hard,
if
it
she wanted
still
to,
makes
I
me mad.
fucked with it.
That's the curse of the level 2 villains. In the grand scheme of villainy, they're still rookies. But level 3 villains are the actual dangerous ones. These villains are genuinely twisted, even if they don't appear to be right away.
Oh, darling, I live
Like
I haven't
JoJo
seen
and
Superman
Overcooked.
Dalmatian.
worship first.
I don't think I've seen
Have
this
you no
movie
dignity?
all the way through at least.
Control yourself.
In 101 Dalmatians, Cruella de Vil
haven't seen
appears
this.
to be a
Wait, did you hear
fashionable
what I said?
socialite with a nasty personality.
I said like JoJo and Overcooked when he was talking about.
No, I'm just saying. I was talking about this. I don't know if I've seen 101 Dalmatians. Again, it's one of those movies where, like, as a kid, you swear you think you've seen it, but you
Okay.
can't remember what the heck happened throughout
I'll-
the
okay.
entire movie.
She was just a lady who just wanted to skin a bunch of dogs.
Oh, I know what her like motivation was, or like the very least a little bit of it. As far as the movie itself goes, I don't know what all was happening.
Until
Other
you
than the fact
realize
that
her
I would
entire
hate to have
motive is
101
turning
dogs.
puppies into outerwear. I mean, it's one thing to love fur coats, but it's another to go completely
Yeah,
bonkers
dogs,
in their
though,
pursuit.
like,
Get some help.
And speaking of villains who need help,
And I'd be watching you like,
oh god.
I hate him. I hate him.
Yeah, Julian, he set y'all back. God knows how many years.
I hate
Let's
him.
talk about it.
I
He
hate him.
set y'all back so long.
I hate him. I just hate him.
Yes,
I
bro
don't need a
got
reason to hate him.
bro got told what no once and proceeded to commit actual terrorism.
I hate him.
a dingo
And he's
watches
right.
a human baby.
What?
Hal Stewart for Megamind just seems like an awkward guy at first. Slightly creepy, yes, but mostly harmless. But once he gets
That's what they all
superpowers and
say
becomes
until it's too
Titan,
late.
you realize he's just a ticking time bomb. And his obsession with Roxanne sets him off.
This is so us. We're like an
I just
old
realized
married
where did all
couple.
the extra
There is
hair
no
come
us,
from?
okay? There will never be an us.
Dang.
Wow, this guy's so entitled that one no from a woman has him throwing
Yes.
a supervillain tantrum on the
Yes.
entire city. Titan's origin story, therefore,
Like, what did he say? I wouldn't say free. Under new. That's like someone killing your slave master. They're proceeding to become that same slave master.
began with a single rejection, which was also the case for Lotso.
She don't love you no more. Now come on!
This one moment in Toy Story 3 becomes Lotso's entire personality throughout the film. Since then, Lotso has
Yeah.
been running Sunnyside Daycare. Unlike Titan,
Like, there was
he
no
doesn't
reason for
display
him
his
to do
evil
what-
intentions
to do
out
what he
loud and
did.
keeps them hidden until the
Like,
right
you being
moment.
angry
Come
back
on,
then
guys,
makes
we're
sense,
going
but doing all this to
Whoa
other
there,
people don't
Missy.
make sense either.
You're not going anywhere.
At Sunnyside, Lotso's designed a system where he alone gets to decide who suffers and who doesn't. In his own messed up
But no
way,
one
he
had to.
truly believes he's doing everyone a favor.
I didn't throw you away. Your kid did. Ain't one kid ever loved a toy, really.
Classic level 3 move. He weaponizes his hurt and projects it onto everyone else. What's even crazier is that despite all his wrongs, the other toys still give him a chance. But he tears up their trust
I'm not gonna lie to you. How many of the? I feel like every one of these movies had kids like very traumatized as to how they treat their toys. Like they either was like, "Dang, I really ain't for real. I've been
an
putting these things through a
a-hole.
blender. I've been putting these things through a blender. They've been either neglected, abandoned, ripped in half by me. Like they, kids was really putting these dudes through
without
it.
any prompting.
Push it! Push it! Where's your kid now, Sheriff?
Unlike
Like
level
that
1 and
right
2 villains,
there.
level 3s are
He was the one
truly
that killed
wicked.
him just to
but
be
while
petty.
these villains hide their evil behind a smile, level 4 villains, or the menaces, don't hide their true
Oh,
nature
bro.
at all. They single-handedly become a nuisance for the hero who spends the entire film trying to survive them. Sometimes these villains come with painful backstories, which they weaponize to justify their horrid actions. A prime example is Kingpin from Spider-Man.
Bro was mad because he got caught, honestly. Like, you can't be mad when you're the reason of the catalyst as to why that happened. And I hate when like villains and stuff, they'll be running like the most deplorable thing possible. But the second like someone finds them out, they act like it was an innocent act. Like, no, you've killed multiple people. In cold blood, actually.
Into the Spider-Verse.
You're the
We
reason
know
the
that
hood is
he's
as bad as
already a
it is in this
notorious
world.
villain in the film before his family finds out, but it's only after the tragedy that he becomes even more ruthless.
Now, granted, this mom should have known how to drive. Let's like talk about it a little bit. You should not have been that traumatized to not drive correctly. I'm gonna assume this is the only car at that house. You
Also-
had time.
Also, let's
Kingpin
point out,
can't run.
your husband is that big and wears a suit.
Yeah, like he's gonna catch up to you or something. Like he cannot run that fast. You had more than enough time to get out of there.
Naturally,
Yeah,
the
like, you
guilt
had
of
more than
losing
enough
his wife
time
and
to
son
drive
this way
safely.
eats him alive. But instead of processing this grief, Kingpin
Also, how? I keep telling you, bro, these freaking. Have you ever just been like, how did you possibly procreate? You are built like. I don't even know what he built like, honestly. This build is actually insane. He's so big, I think he filled the entire screen once with just his head in the middle of it.
No, that sounds about me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I ever see you have a kid, I'm literally gonna be like, "How? How are you alive, man? How are you freaking
The
alive?"
kid's covered in blood, and it's like, help me, kill me.
Well, like, and the thing is, this I don't even. Oh my gosh, it's like imagine the Hulk and Black Widow actually had a kid. Like you can't that little dog, bro.
No.
You can't.
Okay, it's like there's this character in One Piece where where he's married to a giant who's like 50 or 60 feet, and he's like maybe 8 feet. How?
Hey, you know what? Cave exploring.
takes it out on the rest of the world. With nothing left to lose anymore, he feels unstoppable. In his pursuit to bring back his family using the Super Collider,
Yeah, like, what is this
Kingpin
build?
even
It's
murders
like a
Peter
gigantic
Parker and
box.
Uncle Aaron without flinching. That's what level 4 villains do. They decide the outcome not just for themselves, but for the rest of the world too. Much like Ramesses II from The Prince of Egypt.
Then let my heart be hardened, and never mind how high the cost may grow.
I didn't see this movie,
This villain
but I
is
know
a
the story just
perfect
'cause I know
example of
the
inherited
Bible
cruelty.
story.
Like his father, he genuinely believes in exploiting his people. And sadly, with great power often comes great ego. Because when his brother
Yeah, because how the heck do you get freaking hundreds of freaking warnings before they send someone to tell you straight up and you still decline? And then you wonder why all these bad things are happening to you. Like, I remember as a kid, I kept getting like the minuscule version, like the short version of what was happening in the store in the biblical stories. But then you realize these dudes had more chances than it told us in the story, or at least that I was told. Dude, there was one point where it took them over 400 times telling people something, and they still didn't do it. And then you wonder why something happened to y'all. It should not take 400 times to figure something out. But then again, I'm not the kind of person that would want smoke with God. Quite literally, if he told me himself to do, I'm never doing it. Because what the heck is the point? I've seen what you've done to other people.
Moses appears, warning of the 10 plagues, Ramesses takes it personally and escalates the matter.
My father had the right idea about how to deal with your people.
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. If your pride gives me hives, I'm killing you myself. Not only
Did I-
that, your pride also costs me my firstborn child. Now, granted, if you put the stuff on your wall, nothing would happen to begin with. But like, imagine you didn't do that, and your pride cost them their child's life.
You must die.
Yes.
I think it's time I finished the job. Ramesses!
It's crazy how easily he's willing to commit genocide just because of his pride and hatred. And he
Like Locust. Look at that. Bro, I think y'all gotta jump him. I'm sorry. Cause what's happening to y'all can't be any it can't be harder than having to deal with these plays.
he's not the only level 4
Not to
villain
mention
to
y'all
do
don't
that.
got medical attention back then.
Must be taken. And I will take mine.
Unlike other villains
Actual
in the franchise,
psychopath.
Lord Shen from Kung Fu Panda 2 is ruthless in a more extreme way. Since he's the direct villain of Poe,
Commits
Shen's
extinction
not just
attempt.
threatening the world, he's personally targeting our hero, all because of a single
No,
prophecy.
not even just him, his whole
If Shen
race.
continued down this dark path, he would be defeated by a warrior of black and white.
Instead
Dang,
of
a
trying to
mixed
understand
man.
the soothsayer's warning, Shen decides a panda genocide is the perfect response.
Yeah, like what? Imagine if it was like freaking what's another animal that's white and black?
Zebra.
Huh? Yeah.
Zebra.
What if you went out and killed the wrong animal? That like you thought you got rid of everyone. No, there's still more.
As if it's not enough that he killed Poe's family, he decides to rub more salt into the wound.
Your parents didn't love you.
That's what makes Shen one of the best level 4 villains. He takes immense pleasure in shattering his opponent. But if you thought these level 4 villains were dark, wait till you see the level 5 villains, aka the Nightmares. These are the most iconic villains, the ones who completely changed what an animated villain could look like. They're proof that pure evil can come in many forms, including the one shown by Judge Claude Frollo from The Hunchback.
I haven't seen this movie, but from what I've heard, he's actually freaking terrible.
Of Notre Dame.
And he shall smite the wicked and plot.
From what I remember, I think he's supposed to be like the person that says he's a. Essentially, it's like a preacher, but he's dang near like the devil's puppet, kind of. Am I right? Am I wrong or right about that assumption?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
This
is Hunchback of Notre Dame.
He's the perfect example of a villain who feels more real than fictional. He's an authority figure who believes himself to be pious and projects his sins upon others.
So typical of your kind to twist the truth, to cloud the mind with unholy thoughts.
So didn't he call her a slur at one point in the movie?
The audacity! The man literally gropes her and then has the gall to blame her for it. That's what makes Judge Frollo.
Yeah, like, I never understood that really. What do you mean it's my fault? Like, I'll be danged if I'm walking outside, just in my, like, regular attire, and someone says, I hate that you sexy. You doing something to me. I'm like, what the heck did I... This is a Dollar General, sir. I'm here to get Doritos. What are you talking about?
This is a coast and that's a mannequin, sir.
Yes. Now, please stop. This you can't keep getting away with
A level
this.
5 villain. He makes you uncomfortable because the real world has thousands of him. While some level 5 villains are very humanly relatable, others appear as an unstoppable force of evil.
Okay.
And who better fits that description than the mistress of evil herself?
She shall
I
prick
have not
her
seen like a
finger
lot of old Disney
on the
movies.
spindle of a spinning wheel and die.
Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty is
Oh,
another level of petty and diabolical.
I never saw Sleeping
She
Beauty.
puts a curse on a
I'm
literal
not gonna lie to you,
baby.
I thought Sleeping Beauty and so on was like the same thing. Like when I was little.
Again,
they both,
same. It wasn't.
They both had. Because how do y'all get spun on twice?
Wait, what?
How do y'all get put to sleep twice?
Wait, Sleeping Beauty. Wait, hold on.
Also, what's with these old women trying to? It was like the same ending both times. Unless I really watched the movie.
It was Maleficent.
Yeah.
The villain.
Just because she wasn't invited to the christening. So she bides her time for 16 years just to make it happen.
Get a job.
What?
No matter how strong she
Yes,
is and how many
please.
powers she has, though, she still gets defeated. But the same can't be said for
Death.
Let me go
how many
back.
powers she has, though, she still gets defeated.
You built like this and somehow, granted, that sword looks big. Unless it's like an enchanted sword like Minecraft, I don't see how that kills you. I don't even think it would be able to hit like an artery that would put you down. And you have magic.
Defeated. But the
How would
same
that kill
can't be
you?
said for our ultimate level 5 villain.
Him, bro. I heard you laughed at me. Where's that laugh at, boy? I want to hear it. Where's that laugh at? Oh. But no, I said this before. I'd be mad too. Like people want Dingner want I never understand. People want immortality for what reason? But even let's say someone did.
Can we all be honest about immortality?
What?
There's a reason God punished Cain with it. When you life is about the journey and like and the fact that it can end. But if you can do everything, life just becomes boring and it's more of a burden.
Yeah, and let me specify immortality here on Earth. Like, let me specify on Earth, immortality would probably heaven. I would not mind at all, but immortality here,
Snorlax land, sign me up.
People hate each other down, bro. There's people that talk. There's people that's like entire personalities literally just talking about something that ain't got nothing to do with them. Like at this point, even when it comes to politics, I physically just don't like hearing about it because it's quite literally just people hating one person or the other, or hating you because you're either associated with said person. You ain't got nothing to do with me. I just want to know, can I still afford to feed my family? That's quite literally. I don't even have a family, and that's like my most concern.
Death from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is unlike any villain that animation has ever seen.
Wait, pause
He's
it. No,
literally the
nope.
He's still an antagonist.
He's not a villain.
Yeah, but antagonist, not a villain in the perspective of the hero.
Yeah, and not Jack.
Huh?
What's the
there were
villain?
there were multiple different obstacles. He was just like the final boss, essentially.
Yeah, but here's
And
he
it,
wasn't a
and
villain.
the whole movie's about but the movie's about a man avoiding death, like literally. So in the perspective of what's happening in the movie, he is the villain of the movie. But he's not a villain in the literal sense. He's just doing his job. Except this time, really, he didn't have to do it. He just wanted to do it. Like he didn't have to come kill him. He was just like, I'm tired of you. I've been waiting on this chance since like the 7th death.
Embodiment of death, so he can't be defeated. He's inevitable, and he's here for Puss in Boots. This level 5 villain makes the legendary swordsman cower in fear, and the entire tone of the scene shifts immediately. And unlike other villains, Death isn't motivated by things like revenge, control, or
For the love of the
jealousy.
game.
For him, it's about principle.
I find the very idea of
It's about principalities in this, Smokey. You can't just keep with me like this.
lives absurd, and you didn't value any of them.
No, you can't play with
he's
me.
got a point.
You didn't respect
Imagine
my
getting
gangster
9
enough.
lives, but then wasting them away like they're party favors. Naturally,
that death still fries
imagine
me.
getting
Hold
9
on.
lives, but then wasting them away like they're
This one still fries me. How did you even get the heck up there?
party favors. Naturally, Death comes early to collect
Imagine the
Puss's
person who
last
found
life
him
since
there.
he doesn't value it. Although Puss tries to run away, there's no way he can outsmart this villain. That's what makes Death the most unique
I mean, he
villain,
technically
because in
kinda
the
did,
end,
yeah.
he doesn't let our feline hero go because of mercy or failure. He just stops chasing him when Puss finally
Yeah.
learns what his life is worth. And that's what puts this level 5 villain in a league of his own.
Hey, you know what? W. But nah, bro. You'd be upset too if someone didn't respect you. And I think that's all it was about, really. But yeah, I guess that was just it for this one, man. Hope y'all have a good day, and God bless.
God bless.
Yeah, boy.